What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to Shop Talk here at 31 Records, my record store in Houston, Texas. Before we get into this video, I just want to shout out weight loss because I haven't been able to fit into this shirt yet since I bought it. It was like a tight large on me, and I was like, bro, no, this sucks. I need an XL. Ugh, I'm too fat. And so I lost some weight. Now I'm wearing it, and it feels comfortable and nice. I even feel like I look kind of nice in it. It's just, fits me right. Anyways, today's video is going to be interesting. I'm going to talk about something with you here for a second, and then I'm going to show you some CDs that I bought that have some damage. I'm going to talk about the damage, how to prevent the damage if you can, and then also how to not repair the damage, but improve upon the damage that has already been done to the media. So, yeah, it's a little bit more interesting episode than normal. So thank you for hanging out with me. If you are interested in supporting this channel and you want to check out our Patreon, I would appreciate it. We have a exclusive Discord. There's ad-free viewing of our podcasts and such. There is exclusive content occasionally. There's monthly giveaways, which one's coming up this week. And I'm looking at doing my first exclusive live stream for Patreon, hopefully this week as well. If not, then probably next week. But we're going to start doing a monthly or bi-weekly exclusive live stream for Patreon as well. I've just been trying to get things together. I've been very busy the last couple of weeks. But yeah, so one thing I wanted to talk about real quick. Anti-Flag is in the news again. Chris number 2, I believe bass player, I think. This is the gentleman who I met his brother at a bar I worked at. It's a long story. If you guys want to hear it, let me know in the comments and I'll tell you about that story because it's like a 10-minute conversation in itself. But he finally got back on, I think, Instagram, and then he put out a statement. It seemed, if I had to give it a grade of 1 to 100, 0 being like, or 1 being like, just an absolute nonsensical statement, and 100 being a heartfelt, perfect statement that I thought fixed everything, I would say it's like a 70. It's like decent. I feel like he was genuine in most of it, and I feel like that there was a little bit of like, but it was a little bit of like, well, it was him, not me type talk in there. But I also feel like that means that he probably wrote this, and I understand him feeling that way. I don't know them, so I don't know what they knew about the situation, but I know they were very famous, and it's real easy to do things behind your friend's back because I was a rabid drug user for years before my friends really knew about it. So, and I was doing a lot of scuzzy, disgusting things to get those drugs, right? And so, and I had friends and family that were with me on a regular basis that had no idea. And so I can only imagine when you have your private room, your private this, your private that, you could do all kinds of nasty shit. So I don't think that they're 100% blame-free. Actually, I do think they're blame-free in the actions, but I don't think that they handled the situation very well. But again, I don't know them, so I don't know. Okay, this is just speculation on my part. But he came out and said that he was embarrassed and sad and deeply sorry for the victims, and that the way that they handled it wasn't very good, and that it was just a tumultuous time in their life, and they just didn't handle it right. And I think that takes courage. Even now, it's been a couple of years, I still think it takes courage to do that. And I've always wondered if they were going to do some music without him, not without the guy apologizing, but without the singer, right? I don't know how I feel about that. I think that this band is basically soured for me, period, the band itself. And I think mainly I'd be morbid curiosity is what they were doing if they put out some new music without the singer. So, but I don't know. I just don't know. And I think everybody has their own line that you have to get, where's that line? Where does it get crossed at? Yeah. That's a sad situation. Homeboy, oh man, that just ruined a freaking legacy that I can't get over it, because not only did he, speaking of the singer, do something deplorable, disgusting, heinous, and I think he should be dealt with appropriately, right? But it also ruined a legacy of music that a bunch of us grew up on, and I think that makes it a more personal thing for us. So like, I don't know, because I don't want to take the spotlight off the real problem, right? And be like, oh, it's about me, because it's not about me. But it does piss me off, man. There's songs that I used to love that I can't even listen to. I hear them now and I'm like, ugh, turn this shit off. And then there's always those guys that are like, I never liked Anti-Flag. Yeah, you did. I was there. I know you did. Stop it. Anyways, yeah, that's the punk rock news of the day. I was shocked when I saw that, if I'm honest. But yeah, I met his brother at a bar. You know what? I'll just tell you real quick. I'll make this as fast as I can. So the cliff notes go like this. I was working at a bar at Alamo Draft House. I was the bartender, basically up there by myself. I did the concierge work in the bar. So I'm talking to a customer one day who's like somebody I knew pretty well about punk rock music. There's a couple sitting down the end of the bar that look like normal everyday folks, right? And we're just talking, and I say, "Hey, you guys good?" They're like, "Yeah, we're good." They're having I think dude was having a beer, woman was having a cocktail, and the friend of mine, we're talking, and then I guess we just spoke loud enough about punk music that it caught this guy's attention. And he's like, "Hey, what are y'all talking about over there?" And we're like, "Oh, music." And he's like, "Cool, man. What kind of music?" And we were like, "Punk rock." And he's like, "Oh, man, that's cool, dude." And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I grew up listening to punk rock. I still like some of it. I still own some records." He's like, and he kind of trails off, you know what I'm saying? And then a second later he goes, "Yeah, man, I know somebody's pretty cool within the punk scene." And he goes, "Well, it used to be pretty cool to know who I knew. To know who I know." Excuse me. However, I said that wrong, probably, right? Ooh, that was a big garbled mess of words, wasn't it? He said, "Well, it used to be cool who I knew or know or whatever, dude. The person that he knows, it used to be cool to know that person." My goodness, dude, tripping over my words today. And I was like, "Oh yeah, like who do you know?" And he goes, "Well, they're a pretty big band." And I was like, "Oh really? How big of a band?" And I'm like, "Please tell me you know somebody in Green Day and I can get an interview, right?" And he goes, "Well, they're not looked at very positively right now." And I was like, and in my head I immediately thought of Anti-Flag. I was like, "There's no way." Turns out this dude was Chris number two's brother, I believe is who he said he was. And he showed me photos of him, man. I'm pretty sure it was the guy that was doing the messaging today. I think it's the same guy, yeah. But he showed us pictures of him and everything, man. And within maybe 10 minutes of him telling me this, he went from waiting on a movie, having a beer, to drinking liquor and heaving in tears, cursing Justin Sane's name. Dude, the guy said a lot of nasty stuff about that guy. He's like, "F that dude. He ruined not only the women's lives, but he ruined my brother's life, which is affecting my life and affecting my wife's life, and he's affecting this guy and this guy." He goes, "That selfish piece of crap," and blah, 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 blah. Dude went off, bro. He ended up not even watching the movie. This dude's a big guy, bro. He's like a good 5-6 inches taller than me. Big fella. I was like, "Man, are you okay?" I had to cut him off, dude. And he was cool with me. He was very polite, very nice. They paid their tab. They tipped me well. But they ended up just leaving. They didn't even watch the movie, man. I felt horrible because I felt like I was the one that brought that up. But this guy insisted that nobody else in the band was aware of what was going on. And then he said that they probably should have paid attention to the victims more. They should have listened to people more, but they were just kind of like in go mode all the time. And they were like, excuse me. It's kind of weird, man. One of those things, like somebody says something about a friend of yours or somebody that you know or whatever. Dude, it's hard to accept it sometimes. Not saying that you shouldn't. I'm just saying like it's hard. The situation sucks, bro. Like all around, bad situation. Nobody's in the right here in that band, okay? But like, man, to have that band just have to like break up suddenly, like, yeah, they didn't handle it very well, dude. Your whole life just changes on the drop of a dime, and those girls' lives changed on the drop of a dime. I'm not trying to I'm just saying, like, speaking for these people, like, that's crazy, man. But anyways, that's the news for the day, dude. Anti-Flag members back in the news, might be doing some new music. I don't know how you feel. I don't typically separate the art from the artist. Typically, okay? But everybody's line is drawn somewhere, all right? Everybody has their own threshold for gnarly behavior, right? Like, I don't tolerate, racism, sexism, assault of any kind. I don't tolerate that shit. It's just not my jam, bro. But I have my own opinions about some things that might ruffle some feathers, you know what I'm saying? But this situation is obviously very easy to understand. And I think that I don't know about the big story about how 100% true it was, but I do know that homie was a creep and was a by all measures a terrible person. So, I don't know. All I'm saying is like something bad happened, right? Doesn't matter. at that point, once the something bad is what you can go, okay, I believe something bad happened. Well, I don't care how bad it was at this point, right? So, I don't know. I've lived through a lot of weird stuff. I've lived through sexual abuse of my own, been the victim, and I've also watched somebody's entire life be ruined over false allegations. So I sit in this weird gray area where it's kind of uncomfortable for me to even talk about it, if I'm honest. But I try not to shy away from tough subjects because I think it needs talking about. I think dialogue needs to be had. And I think if you're out there and you're dealing with something, please don't be quiet about it. Go talk to somebody, man. And if it's somebody that's famous, who gives a shit, man? Go tell on them. Sing, man. Go tell on them. All right, enough of that. This is gonna get weird. So let me flip the camera and go around. I'm gonna show you some stuff. Show you what it is. Open a couple boxes. I got some boxes to open for you guys. This is gonna be a long episode, I guess. But yeah, man. Justin number 2. I wonder if he's making new music. I can't imagine that he's back in the public eye for any other reason, right? If he's coming out just to apologize, that's awesome, bro. That would make me happy. If I don't see any music from him for like another year, I will be happy for that, because I think that would show true humility and I don't know if regret's the right word, but what's up, Squirt? But you want to say hi?
Hi.
What's up, dude? Got your bling on today, huh?
Yes.
And
And this kind of looks like that you were triangle guy. Hi, and this can be the little hat, and all of these can be the eye.
Yeah. You're crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, I gotta flip this camera around, Parker, and show them some stuff. What you looking for? Your Sprite? What you okay?
Yeah, I just wanted the Sprite.
You want some Sprite? It's over here. Boop, bada boop, boop. There you go. You're welcome. All right, guys, 1 second. Okay, so first, before we get started, pardon the noise in the background. Parker's hanging out with me, and his friend left, so he's here with me for the rest of the afternoon. So if he's talking in the background, my apologies for the noise. All right, Parker, hey, look at me. You got to keep your volume down. Okay, buddy?
Okay.
Sorry, guys. Okay, so I bought a bunch of CDs from somebody, and they brought them in, and we did a trade and purchase. All the titles are excellent. I mean, we got good stuff here, right? Real good stuff. And then I noticed there was like a smell coming from the discs, and I was like, what is that smell, dude? And it turned out it was mold, okay? So most of this can be at least mostly fixed, okay? Not 100% fixed, but you can do a lot with this. There's a lot of things you can do to like fix this. So what you want to do is you want to get a few things before you start cleaning. You want a fresh roll of paper towels. I don't have gloves with me right now, so I'm going to hold on to hand sanitizer and make sure this is at the ready. You don't want to be touching this stuff and then touching like maybe food or something after that. Like, you want to be careful to not do that. So the first thing we're going to work on is I'm going to show you this Kill Your Idols CD that he brought me. Love that band. Love that band. And so this is some of the stuff that I do with albums when I get them in the store. So you can see a bunch of these cases laying around. I've already went through the trouble of, I wish I would have filmed all this, but I went through the trouble of going through all the discs that he brought that had like cracked cases, etc., and I replaced them with new non-broken cases. Most of the stuff needs to get chucked at this point. I try to keep on hand spare jewel cases for this exact reason. Also, this kind of stuff here is like glue. You can get this stuff off pretty easily. You just want to take some Goo Gone. If it's real thick, you want to let the Goo Gone sit on it. Like, you just drip some of it on the thing, let it sit there for a while. But on something like this, it's that easy to get off, or just that, minor. Take the Goo Gone and just rub it on there. Let's see, hold on. So it'll come off pretty quick. But you don't want to put Goo Gone on anything that's not plastic, of course. So don't put it on the paper stuff at all. Okay. Wipe it off. And then you take another towel. Put some isopropyl alcohol on it. And then this will remove any Goo Gone residue. And then you just let it air dry. See how much nicer that looks? Let me get some of this residue off of there. But the alcohol really helps get dirt and grime off this stuff. But look at that. I mean, it looks completely different, honestly. But I really try to... Presentation is very important to me here. This is my store. I work really hard for it. And so I don't want people coming in here and having like dirty, nasty shit laying around. Like I don't want them to have, oh, I bought some music from this guy, but everything was filthy. Like I've heard that about other record stores. Nope, not here. We're not doing all that. This one's got a crack in it, but it may come in useful one day. So I'm going to go ahead and hold on to it. I like to reduce waste. I have a bunch of them down here. And then I've got, hey buddy, Parker's making a video too. And then I've got a bunch down here. So I can replace stuff. And then I also buy, when I buy collections, if there's albums that I don't really want, but I think the person doesn't really need them or anything, I'll offer them, hey, you know, I don't want them at full price, but I'll buy them at a discount if you'll let me, you know, just have the freaking jewel cases, excuse me. Okay, anyways. What was I talking about here? Okay, so with this Kill Your Idols thing, right? There's, you can see this. This isn't printed on, this black stuff here. And then this was on the undercard tray. So what you do on something like this, I mean, it's really quite simple, honestly. You just have to take it all apart, be careful with it. And this is why you want to keep like soap and hand sanitizer gloves if you have them. Wipe it all down real thoroughly, okay? And so I did a little bit of research, and I'm going to take these home. I'm going to take the whole stack of them home. What I found online is saying that, look at that. See that? It's not wet. It's just like, look. Isn't that crazy? Throw all this stuff away when you're done using it, man. Wash your hands. Stay clean as you can. But like, damn, this is like, you know, these are like really great records that are just... So here's the thing. I asked him how he stored these, and he had them in a cardboard box in his garage. Dude, if you live in the South, you cannot do that. You know, he didn't know any better. It was just an accident, so I'm not tripping really. But, I mean, obviously I don't care that much. I bought this stuff from him. It was more of a trade more than anything. But you can't leave the stuff in your garage in the South, not unless it's in a, like you need one of these airtight buckets, right? Okay, so boom. Got that cleaned. And then we're going to wipe this one down. And so the thing is that once you get it cleaned, that's great and all, but you still have a smell that's lingering, right? I know you guys know what, see, look, and it won't clean it perfectly. That has definitely got water damage to a degree, but it's like water in the air, so it's not going to be like water damage like you're thinking, where it's just ripply and gross looking. No, now it just has a smell. Yeah, it's got a smell to it. Smells like old record shelves and stuff. It's pretty gnarly, honestly, but it is what it is, dude. Like, you live with it or you don't, you know? Okay, and I got another one that I'm going to show you here in a second that's quite a bit worse. But the disc is like, I mean, it's beautiful, right? Freaking Kill Your Idols, dude. They're so good. Okay, hold on. So, you know, you put it back together. But when I get home, what I'm going to do with these is I got another one of those big buckets. I'm going to go to the store, and sunlight helps, but it also fades color. So you don't want to leave it in direct sun too much, but it needs direct sunlight, okay? You take the stuff that you got that you want to remove the smell from and put it in direct sunlight for, I think what I was reading said a couple of hours. I'm going to try it for a couple of hours. It's you got to be careful though. You don't want to bleach this stuff because it will happen if you leave it outside. Like if you left it out all day in direct sunlight, man, maybe one day might not do much, but dude, more than that, you're asking for real trouble. But so this is much, much, much nicer now. The only issue is it has that mold smell, but it presents really well. So we're looking at a real nice CD here. So I want to try to reduce the smell on this thing. So I'm going to take it home. I'm going to take all the paper out of the plastic. All right. I'm going to put them in a big clear bin, and I'm going to put that in direct sunlight for about an hour, and I'm going to take it inside, or put it in the shade probably. I don't know that I want to take them in my house really with this smell. But I mean, there's a bunch of great records here. I'm going to take it inside, in the shade rather, excuse me, and I will let them sit outside, cool off, whatever you want to call it. While I do that, I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to buy 2, maybe 3 things, because I'm told that kitty litter soaks up scent. I don't know. I don't have cats. I don't know. If anybody has cats, let me know. But I know Arm & Hammer baking soda and coffee grounds will soak up smell. So the 2 things that I know you can do with this stuff is you can hit it with a very light spray of Lysol, like germ killer, like not the air freshener stuff, but the stuff you'd actually spray on like a table and wipe it off. It's in like a shake aerosol can. If you hit it with a real light dose of that, that will help some. But you don't want to make it too wet because it'll wrinkle the paper, right? You can do that, and then you can also put it in a box with the lid on it with baking soda. So I'm going to try both of those things, and I'll report back to you guys like what the deal is. But so this album here, you can see all the residue from all the mold. It's all cleaned as much as I can clean it, but look, you can see on the inside there. It sucks, man, because this is another great album. But you know, the positive side to this is that if I can get the smell to go away a little bit, which I think I can, then I can sell these at a reduced cost to somebody, and somebody can get a good album for real cheap instead of paying, you know, $10 or $11, $12, whatever they end up being. They could pay $5. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my goal here, is to make these affordable copies for some young kid that doesn't have a lot of money, that's into some punk rock stuff. So, you know, okay. So what I wanted to show you guys, lastly, with this part of it, is this album. So, okay. This one, when I had this idea, I stopped cleaning. This is the one I had that was dirty still. So I wiped a little bit off of here, but I didn't clean the inside yet. Dude, check this out. Oh, that's rough. Okay. Oh, I'm going to have to clean my hands thoroughly after this. Get rid of all these towels. Ugh. You don't really want to be breathing this stuff in either. Okay, so. All right. Again, I urge you guys to not leave music, vinyl, CDs, VHS tapes, records, cassettes, whatever. Don't leave it outside in the garage. If you're in the South, put it in a closed container. You have to go through every page and wipe all of them off. Shout out to the casualties. I'd love to talk to Jake one day if he ever watches this channel for some reason. Jake, please holler at your boy. I've hit him up before and he does not respond, so likely not going to happen. This inside looks pretty good. It was just the edges of the paper that was looking pretty nasty. So yeah, man, I'm going to have to get some Lysol and some baking soda to try this out. And you know, I've passed on, if this works on this stuff, I'm going to keep using that tactic for vinyl, because I pass on a lot of records that just have like an old vinyl musty smell to them. Parker's just back here talking it up. He's like, I don't care if my dad's working. All right, so see, look at this. All right, and it just wipes right off, but it leaves the smell behind. That sucks, man. It's all good though. I had a guy come in yesterday, and he was buying a Green Day CD, and there was one of these that was Green Day, and the CD he had in his hand, I think it was $12. And I said, hey man, this one's got some damage to it, but it's a $5 copy if you want to get that instead. And he was like, yo, I'm on a strict budget. Are you sure? And I was like, yeah. And I told him what the deal was, let him check it out, and he was very excited to take it home for $5. So I thought that this works, man. Look at this. Oof. All this is going to have to be sat in a bucket with, ugh. Hell yeah, Side One Dummy. Dude, shout out Side One Dummy. That's cool, man. All right. You know, if you put this in the sun, it will, oh crap. Almost forgot to do this part. It will like bow the cardboard a little bit. If you just put it in a stack of other CDs or albums, it'll fix that. All right, let's see how good I can get this to look.
What's my entire video on the floor?
There you go.
This is the fourth part.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but I need to put it.
You're very silly, Parker P. If anybody has any knowledge on this stuff, please let me know. Like, if you actually have knowledge on it, and you can give me some like factual information about, you know, what I should or shouldn't do with this stuff, that would be awesome. Okay, now that looks considerably better. Again, the smell is the issue almost as much as the actual black nasty ass mold. Dude, this is a good ass album too. I think so. These ones were suffering bad, dude. Nine Inch Nails, Casual. I freaking hate digibooks though. I really do. I do not like these things. Or digipacks, whatever they're called, digipacks. So, okay. This part is settled for the time being. Okay, let me wipe my hands down real quick. I feel gross. Dude, this hand sanitizer smells so good. I spent like $10 a bottle back when COVID was popping, and I bought like 5 of these things because it smelled so good. It's like, what was it? Is it cucumber? No, it's just an aloe vera one. But I've had a bunch of aloe vera hand sanitizers. None of them smelled this nice. Dude, it smells so good. Okay. Let's throw all this shit in the trash. What? Do not say that. I'm sorry. I can't talk around you, kiddo. Don't say that word, okay?
Okay.
Daddy shouldn't say that word either. I'm sorry, buddy. You're going to get me in trouble, too. Hey, look at Dad. I'm sorry, okay? That was my fault. All right, pal?
Okay.
I shouldn't say that word. That's a bad word. Are you a little punk rock kid? Are you saying cuss words?
Yes.
What?
I like those words.
You like those words? Bro. What? Hey, cussing baby. Don't do that, man. You're going to get me in trouble. The foot? I ain't taking the foot, bro. You're about to get a foot up your butt. You little crazy kid.
Double butts on your booty cheeks.
What, on my booty cheeks? No, sir. Bro, it's going to get me in trouble, dude. You're trying to get me knocked out when I get home. Mom's going to kill me if you say that in front of her. Do not do that again.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, this kid is... I can't believe that I said that in front of him in the first place. I'm an idiot. Boy, I'm going to get you. All right, here's a box of stuff we're going to open up.
Okay, so see how this goes.
Hey, Parker, you want to fight tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You think you're going to win?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not good.
I'm a hacker of fighting.
Oh, you're a hacker of fighting? All right, what we got? All right, Parker, that's enough. Give me a second, buddy. Oh, wow. Okay, so this was sent to me by a band. It was a Scumbari. Dude, look at this sticker, bro. Are you kidding me? This is the most hilarious sticker that I've ever seen in my entire life. Dude, that is funny. Yo, a little mini flyer, MDC. All right, well, based on this sticker, I feel like this band and I are probably going to get along just fine. All right, well, I'm taking this home to listen to it and review it. Dude, that's hilarious. And a little patch for my shorts. Let's go. Let's go. Yo, this is so crazy. Bro, that is the most wild sticker that I've ever seen a punk band. That's awesome. Shout out Boston punk bands. Man, that's hilarious, dude. Legit, that is funny. I'm gonna take out some trash later and get rid of those dirty ass napkins. What's that little thing on your face, boy? You crazy, dude. All right. Look at this one. They sent this on bubble wrap on the outside. That's hilarious. Ooh. Oh, I see why this box wouldn't have made it through the mail. That's smart. That's hilarious. What we got? Oh, okay, cool. I know what this is. This is a special order for a customer. If you come in here and I don't have something that you're looking for, let me know. I can and will get it for you. This is a special order for a customer. They wanted Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me by The Cure on CD specifically. I have it on vinyl. They said they wanted it a little more affordable, and I said, no worries, man, I got you. So I actually ordered them 2 copies because it was cheaper to order 2 copies and then let them choose which one they wanted. And it leaves me one for the store, which is pretty cool because I could sell this every weekend. So, yeah, shout out to the homies for buying things through special order from me. I really appreciate that. All right, I don't know what this is, but it's very lightweight. Oh, it's like, okay, it's got to be a tape or something, I guess. Oh! Yeah, yes! Let's go! I don't get these for the shop very often. This is in pretty good shape. Alright, let me get a better case for it because I also have those on hand. Okay, let's find the right one. This one, no. This one, yes. All right. Dude, heck yeah, bro. Heck yeah, bro. Dude, look at that. Look at that. What year do I think this one was printed in? So it has to be 91 because 89 they did the white shell, no barcode. 1990 they did clear shell with the barcode and the black bar, the white bars on the side. This might be 91. This is a real old one. But it's still on lookout. This is awesome. Let's see. Yep, 1991. Aha! I knew it. I knew it. 1991. This is the first edition that had the barcode. Heck yeah, bro. Heck yeah. Let's see. Do I want to play this right now? I kind of do. Looks pretty good. It's been played. It's not $100, but it's definitely not 10. Should I do a giveaway with this? Should I give this away on the Patreon this month? Or that might actually be the move. That might actually be the move. Let's see, what time is it? 5:15. Still got some time. Yeah, dude, that might actually be the move. What do y'all think? Should I do an awesome giveaway on Patreon and give? Oops, excuse me, sweetheart. Give away that Operation Ivy tape. That could be cool. Let's see. I got the repress here. It's got all the songs on it. And I got all kinds of tapes today. Shout out Complete Control Luna Chicks tape. Trash Mag. Shout out Trash Mags. Ramones tape is still sealed. Pinhead's new. These are all 4 on the front are sealed. Then we got some old Misfit stuff. Rudimentary Peni, Dead Kennedys, Danzig, Crass, Total Chaos, Offspring. That's a pretty good little shuffle of tapes. Cramps, 30-Foot Fall. Shout out 30-Foot Fall, dude. Let's go. Heck yeah, I need to turn. Dude, check out these Rancid shorts. Check this out. So back in the I think it was 98 Warped Tour. It might have been 2000, but I think it was 98 Warped Tour. They were touring on Life Won't Wait. Shit, I can't remember. I might be off by a year. Also, I've got a Watchman's cap if anybody's looking for one. This is brand new, and this is a real nice one. Bronson. Let me know. They would take these like dress pants at thrift. Do y'all remember whenever the gas station shirts were in vogue? Everybody wore those like button-down striped shirts that had a name tag on them. During that era, stuff like this was also really popular. They would take like slacks because they were real comfortable, but they, you know, they'd find ones that didn't have pleats on them, and they would cut them at the bottom, sew them up. So this is done, you know, by a sewing machine, and we would skate in these. But they're like probably work pants to some degree. But I mean, anyways, this was supposed to be a 34 waist. I'm fat, but you know what? I'm going to take these. I've lost a bunch of weight. If these don't fit me tonight, I'm going to try to get rid of these too. But anyways, on the tour, they had these embroidered, and they were selling them. They were one of ones because every pair was a little different. These came with the stains. They were pre-stained rancid shorts, right? Pretty crazy, huh? Pretty crazy. All right, let's turn that off. My little store out here in Houston, man. We love this place. Shout out to everybody that comes through here and buys a record or talks music with me for a little bit, picks up a CD or whatever. It don't matter, man. You can buy one thing or 1,000 things. I appreciate you all the same. I love this little place. I work really hard to keep it, you know, interesting, and I'm transparent with how I do business. I'm not perfect, but I try to be honest, and, you know, there we go. All right. Dude, I hope I fit in these somehow. I don't think that's going to happen, but you never know, man. I've lost a ton of weight. I don't think I'm going to fit in them. I don't think your waist... Well, maybe. I don't freaking know, dude. Anyways, dude, this Suboxone sticker is so crazy to me. I'm flabbergasted. But, yeah, that's it for today, man. I'm going to get out of here. I got lots of stuff to do. Thank you guys for hanging out and watching this video. I appreciate you guys. I'll let you know the outcome on all these CDs because I got to do that stuff to all of these CDs here. So we will see how it goes. We will see how it goes. All right. Take it easy. Peace.